I want to holler out my boy Shaun Buckingham, Level Up with Buck. You know what I'm saying? Buck? Me and him go all the way back to VAP. If you ain't tapped in, man, check his podcast out.
Come on, Shaun.
And then check this out. While you checked in, Shaun, hey, man, so when you get a chance, man, I need you to tap in, man.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to It's My Opinion Podcast. I'm your host, Cash Chef.
It's your boy, JP.
And, man, we got a special guest, man. JP, you want to introduce?
Man, this is my long time partner, man. We go back since we've been hanging out since forever. That's all I'm gonna say, man. My boy Shaun B, Shaun Buckingham, to those who don't know, man, but we all know him affectionately as Shaun B, man. So Shaun B, man, we happy to have you, man. It's a long time coming, my dude.
Absolutely, man. Hey, I want to thank you guys for having me down here on the show, man. I know it's my opinion, but it's y'all's opinion too.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And so we're excited to have Shaun here just to give us a different perspective. As he said, it's our opinion, but it's his as well. But I just want to highlight, man, Shaun is a forerunner, man. Like I said on the last podcast, if you checked this out previously, man, when we were back in high school, man, Shaun was writing for a lot of people in the industry, man, cash and ass cap checks and all of that, man. You know what I'm saying? So he was privy to some things. He was riding nice. He was riding clean in. You know what I'm saying? But
he riding nice now.
He riding nice now, right?
You
know what I'm saying? So
now.
Been doing big shit for a long time, basically. And then he humble about it. Yeah, so that's what it is, man. But man, for our guests checking in with us, man, why don't you go ahead and tell them a little bit. We know who you are and what you represent, but kind of give them a backdrop, you know, where it all started and how you kind of got into this thing, Shaun.
So that's a heavy question, man. It's like I have to break it down in chronological order, basically, from back in the 90s all the way to current. But as y'all mentioned, I'm Shaun B, but I got multiple aliases. Right now, I'm using Level Up with Buck. That's the name of my podcast.
Sure.
I've been part of different, rap groups around St. Louis. I use different names. But really, for me, I guess where it really started, if y'all remember Gus's Fashions.
Yes, sir.
Y'all remember Gus?
Yep.
Downtown. Well, my uncle was the security guard at Gus's. And I was 14 years old, and I needed a job. Now, I used to go to Chicago every summer. You know what I mean? That particular summer, I didn't go. So my uncle gave me the job at Gus's. Now, Gus was cool, man. He was an entertainer himself, man. Every time you went in there, he was giving you something for free. And he paid me like $20 a day.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Under the table, $20 a day. And, at 14, $20 a day, you couldn't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but yeah, he was like y'all remember Dapper Dan in New York?
Yeah.
I consider Gus the Dapper Dan of St. Louis.
I would agree with you.
You know what I'm saying? The separation, though, Gus didn't make the outfits, but he knew how to get all the outfits.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because St. Louis, we was always the last one on fashion compared to New York, Chicago. So Gus was going to make sure he had the latest shit in, definitely.
Yeah, well, you know what? Another thing about Gus is that these rappers, when they came in town, just like they went to Dapper Dan, they came to Gus. You had to see Gus. Every time you came to St. Louis, you had to see Gus.
For sure.
And that was my first introduction, I would say, to, like hip-hop as a person. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We had DJ Quick. He came through. We had Public Enemy come through.
Right.
We had the Fat Boys. We had Bobby Brown. We had 2 Live Crew came there and did an autograph signing. You know what I'm saying? So at that age, to see all these heroes, I used to watch The Box. Y'all remember The Box?
Yeah, come on, man.
Oh, yeah.
And you call in, you know what I'm saying, for your video or whatever. And these were some of the people I used to see on The Box.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So to see them in person was crazy, especially as a kid. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I used to sling those little, those big ropes, those gold chains. Mm-hmm. Used to have them laid out under the glass. You know, I used to get those. And those Puma hats, the Fat Boys used to wear.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's really was my first introduction to actual hip hop and rappers and stuff like that. So I guess at the time I thought I wanted to be a rapper.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I used to watch The Box and then write raps. And remember Tongue Twister?
Yes,
when he came out.
Yep.
So if you had to tape that back in the day, when your battery got low, it started playing real slow, or your Walkman.
Mm-hmm.
But Tongue Twister, it would make sense.
Right.
So as it slowed down, you could hear what he was saying.
Exactly.
So I would memorize it, and then that way when I speed it up, I was able to speed up my rap too.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that's how I got into tongue twisting and doing that fast rap. You know, back then. Not too many people could do that at the time.
Right. And see, most of y'all didn't even know the origin of that. I did, you know what I'm saying? Most people just knew Twister as Twister, but when Twister really came out, his mantra was Tongue Twister. So, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's how you know that's what it is, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And then I got into a group, shout out to Dadil and Taifa. We were a group called ADA at first, a different approach.
Okay.
It was supposed to be like a positive hip hop group.
Right.
And you know, back then it was more positive music. Like you had Tribe Called Quest,
Right.
De La Soul.
You had Common, you had all
Common,
those guys. Right?
all
the
of that.
The consciousness, right.
And we were kind of like a mix of like, say, Das Effects and the Tribe kind of mix.
Come
you know
on,
what I mean?
You know I know, man. You know I know. You know I know, man.
So when we first started recording, if you guys remember Saints roller rink in St. Louis, we used to go up to Saints and then recorded their studios.
Okay.
That's where we did our first song called Kicking the Flavors. And Darren and Dave, I think they were called D2 Productions or something like that.
Entertainment.
Yeah, D2 Entertainment. Yeah.
yeah.
And then at that time, we didn't have a whole lot of, studios in St. Louis. They were there, but they were like the popular studio.
Right.
And see, back then, we used to have to catch the bus to the studio. And then you got to pay for studio time.
Right.
You know, now these kids can pick up their cell phone. They could do a whole track, music video, and promote it in like the same day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was unheard of back then.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You couldn't do it in the same day. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Right.
So,
That's when they had ADATs.
yeah, right. Dab machines, ADATs and all that. So I think D2 did some work with, I think his name was Pretty Willie at the time. He changed it to P-Dub,
Right.
the whatnot. And he used to be part of the Baby Gangsters. So,
Yep.
he used to be up there. Doug and Archie from BWF, that was Brothers with Flav.
Right.
And I was, if you want to look at it that way, kind of like the official third member of the group.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? I was at the video shoots. I did couple little verses. We even did about 3 songs on the album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was on that album. So that's when I kind of went solo away from my group at the time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So weren't you intricate in helping writing that when they did when Doug and Archie did that remix?
So just for the people out there watching, it was a song done by BWF Brothers with Flav. It was originally the Fat Boo song.
Fat Boo song.
There
right.
was the 2 women out of Detroit. So, yeah. He sang a little bit too, huh? Yeah, he got dreads. I just talked to him last week.
He went to Vat with us.
Yeah, yep. Shout out to Doug, matter of fact.
Yeah.
So, and he'll vouch for this. He did in the documentary I did over at Foxy or whatever. But they did a song. It was a remix from Fabu, and it was called Just Roll.
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah.
Can I freak you down? Can I freak you down? Can I get my roll on right now? Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I helped a little bit on that, but I give all credit to those guys. Rest in peace, Archie. He was like my best friend at the time. He was the other group member that passed on now, but rest in peace to Archie. And then a lot of credit to Sonny Metcalf. I don't know if y'all ever heard of
Everybody in
here. Yeah.
Sonny's the man, And Sonny used to come by. He had that big green van. He used to pick everybody up in back in the day.
Yeah.
And I remember one time, me, Sonny, there was a dancer named Roland Trebor.
Come on, Rolling Tabor.
Yeah,
Come
Tabor,
on.
right. And area code 314 or Show and Tell. I can't remember which group, but we went on a tour.
Okay.
And that was the first time, actually I know it sounds crazy, I got scared because so many women came to the back door trying to break the door down to get to, not me, but get to the fellas. The
Right,
Show
right.
and Tell and 314 and all that.
Right.
And that was my first introduction to like backstage life of entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That's what's up, man. So you done went through the whole thing. We was up there when Pretty Willie was up there, though. We was up there when Nelly was up there, but I was young. I was super young. By the time we got up there, I think Nelly had Country Grammar. No. They had Give Me What You Got. And it was real popular in St. Louis. But we really wasn't up there until Pretty Willie was up there. We was up there the whole time. Like, we literally had all his songs before it came out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. Now, catch me on the timeline, but I want to say, Willie told me, I think that he got his deal through Universal before Nelly and them got their deal. I think Willie actually got signed or went through D2. Is that backwards?
He went through D2, but
No,
he had
Nelly
his
was
deal.
first.
He didn't have
Nelly
his
was
deal
first.
before
Yeah.
Nelly, yeah.
Okay. And then no knock on St. Louis and Nelly because they pretty much put St. Louis on the map. But we had, y'all remember Domino?
Yeah,
Yep.
we had Domino.
Yeah, we had Domino. What's the old boy Trick with a good rap?
Oh my
shit.
God.
Hey, come on.
What's his name?
Silk Smooth.
Silk
Yeah.
Smooth.
I was waiting on y'all to say.
Yeah, we had Old School.
Yeah.
School. Yeah.
So we had a lot of artists out of St. Louis. So I think Nelly blew up him and the St. Louis Chicks and just made, put that thumbnail in St. Louis. But we had acts out of St. I'm not even naming everybody. So I'm not leaving nobody out. But we had acts out before Nelly and Willie and stuff like that. So I want to give credit to those guys too. I don't think we do enough of that. Yeah, out of order. There you go.
Yep. Mob Too Many. You know what I'm saying? Out of Berkeley, a big. Yep. Who was that? Who was that group that had stickers everywhere? What is their name, bro?
Positive Nature.
Tied Tight. I was
Okay,
like, God,
okay.
it was everywhere, bro.
Yeah, they did have.
Yeah,
they
they
had
did.
the little. I know
did.
exactly what you talking about. They had the special little symbol.
Yeah, they had them on every bumper sticker you can in every corner store. It was everywhere. Tied Tight. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And then Positive Nature. I don't know if you guys remember those guys, but they were good too. But
Yep.
back to BWF. They had a pretty good run with that song. You know, that song I think sold over 500,000 records.
Okay.
It was a group out. It was a label out of Detroit. I forgot the label name. I have to ask what's the name again, but yeah. So they did, and their song stayed on the air.
Yeah, I remember
You know what I
at the
mean?
time. Yeah.
And back when I started rapping, I learned about publishing. A lot of people don't know about publishing. Back then, everybody would just do songs, do raps, be on the radio, but nobody understood. Okay, well, you know, who owns what?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, who's publishing? What is publishing? You know what I mean? So I started Leduc Street Music Publishing because I grew up on Leduc Street in St. Louis. That's in the Kingsway East neighborhood, somewhere between Natural Bridge, Kings Highway, Martin Luther King. So if y'all know that area, that's like
Yeah.
hood.
Basically, what he
Especially
wants
back
you to know, he sold St. Louis.
For real.
then. So that way, every time I did a song, I would drop it under my publishing company.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I copyrighted all my stuff back then. And I own the copyrights with Russell Lewis. Shout out to Funk No Productions and Russell Lewis on the production. And I also work with Dave from Hustle Different Podcasts. I was a guest on there a couple months ago. So shout out to Dave too. He
Shout out
did
to
production
Dave.
for me. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Jay too. Jay, I see you checking us out. Jay, Cornhole with Jay. Yo, shout out
Jay,
to
what's
my
up,
guy,
Jay?
man. What's up with you, my dude?
What's the word?
So
Hold on, but pause. Put a pin in it because you can't speed past all this good information. But how did you know at that time to get into publishing? Who put you on game to do that and how to go about doing it? Because that wasn't something that was readily available to us in the 90s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
who gave you the insight to do that, man?
So really, believe it or not, you go to the record store, you buy the album, you come home, and you open up the J card cover.
Right.
If you knew back then, you could actually call those numbers on those CDs and tapes and J cards and talk to somebody.
Okay.
And it also said published by,
Right.
copywritten by. You know what I mean? So I just looked that up. Figured out you can just do it yourself. You go to the government website or state website, wherever you at, you know, put your stuff in. And I just started it. You know what I mean?
Right.
That was the first time. So but I got that info from reading those J card covers.
Did you hear the keyword kids? Any young people, reading is it's imperative.
It's
You got to
fundamental.
read. It's fundamental. It's imperative. Damn, read. But, you know, we don't even have that information no more. Everything is digital, so, you know, we don't have that information. But
Right.
just the fact that you just took it upon yourself to read, who would have thought?
Yeah.
So did you make some good money off of the music?
Well,
when you did all that?
so when you say that, money is funny. You know what I mean? They don't pay out like every 2 weeks like a regular job.
Right.
You know what I mean? Only if you got a spin on some stations and it was registered in Spintron or whatever the case, then you'll probably get a check. And that check will come like quarterly, I think. You know what I mean? So it depends on how many times it was played, how popular it was, different effects. So it was all right. You know, at that age, it was cool for me because I ain't have no money. So any money that came in was good money. You know what I'm saying? But I think the biggest fact, I got the knowledge of knowing how to do that, and I was able to help others and get them going.
Again, I'm telling you, he's being humble. He pulled up playing Nemesis with 412 while he was in high school.
412.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody else had that in school.
So-
but
That's a good segue. Speaking of bass in Miami bass, so the first person at the time I considered a celebrity that actually put me on was Half Pint. They used to sing Boom and Hydraulic and One Leg Up. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
He used to stay on the box all the time. You know what I mean? And that was all that bass music. And what happened was I was walking actually on my street, got to the corner, and there's a house on the corner. There was a guy on the porch talking to a girl. So I was with Taifa.
okay.
And I looked up. I said,
Shout out
"Man."
Ty.
Yeah, Taifa. Yeah, Ty made this. I gotta throw this out there. Ty designs all my clothes for me. I did the trademark myself, but he came up with all the design for the clothes and stuff like that. So y'all can go to levelupwithbuck.com if y'all want to purchase any of the merch.
Make sure y'all go in there. Y'all gotta get it, man. I'm telling you, the stuff is fly, bro. I need that hat. I want the hat.
Yeah, we got hoodies, hats. I got a little action figurine on there.
What up, Victor? I see you on there, Victor. On here.
What up,
B
Vic?
Swift with the gift, baby.
What up, Vic? Hey, shout out to Victor. He's been supportive, man, since way back in high school.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Just like y'all have, man. Y'all been supporters, and I appreciate that. So shout out to Victor Swift out there. Thanks for joining, man.
Hey man, this man, we go back. Like I said, it's more than just a friend of mine, man. We forged a brotherhood from very young, man. We all were part of a group known as G Mac, man. But you know, but we gonna start dating ourselves. And even then, that was conscious. It just stood for getting message across. It wasn't no gang association or nothing. We were always conscious, trying to kick a positive message, man.
That's right. That's right.
That's
so
what's up.
so Half Pint liked what I was doing. He gave me his number. He went back to Miami. He getting ready to do a tour because he had just dropped his album. I think he was on his second or third album at that point, but he was getting ready to go on tour. So he actually sent me a contract. I sent it over to my lawyer, but he was the first one to kind of give me a chance. You know what I mean? And actually went out to Miami. They brought me out there to, I think at the time it was Joy Boy Records that they were signed on, but Half Pint was starting Half Pint Records, which was his record company. And that's where I was going to fall under, or whatever the case. And then another shout out to y'all ever heard of Foo Schnickens?
Come on, I heard of Foo Schnickens.
You know what I'm saying? Chip Foo.
Yep.
They used to work with Tribe Called Quest and De La Soul and all those guys. They was part of the Native Tongue, I think, or the Flavor Unit with Queen Latifah.
Native Tongues, but it would fill up on the
Flavor Unit or whatnot. Now, out of all the people I met, I will give a shout out to Chip. He has been like a real guy since day one when I met him.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And the way I met him, I actually went down to the radio station. I heard they was in town. I went down there, knocked on the door. They just let me in. You know what I mean? I went in the room, and they were just sitting there. And we got cool ever since then. So it's been over probably 30 years now I've known, Chip. And we still talk. Matter of fact, he's on episode 3 on my podcast. If you go check it out, it's me interviewing Chip Fu. We still talk to this day, but he's a down-to-earth guy.
That's what's up.
Matter of fact, him and Shaquille O'Neal just dropped some new music.
Okay, yeah, that's what's up.
All right, so y'all still in the mix, huh?
Yeah, this my guy, man. It's my guy.
What's up?
So if y'all get a chance, look up Foo Schnickens, look up Chip Fu, go out there and support Chip Fu, buy some of that new music that is dropped.
That's what's up.
Y'all heard it. So what's up, man? So when you start doing the podcast, who hipped you on to the podcast game?
So that's the funny thing. I recently just started my YouTube channel about 2.5 years ago. I was just doing hip hop history, hip hop historian, what I call myself. But then I teamed up with Foxy 106.9. So shout out to Foxy 106.9 here in St. Louis. They wanted to do a short documentary on BWF and Fat Boo. So I got with Sonny Metcalf, and we actually end up shooting a short documentary. So if you guys go to Foxy 106.9 FM on YouTube, you can pull up the documentary for free right now. But I had a chance to interview Sonny and talk about that time when they were recording with Darren and Dave, also with St. Lunatics was there. I think Nelly had the opportunity to be on that song. I think this is before they kind of took off. So correct me if I'm wrong. Ali was on the song with BWF. I actually had that record at home still.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that was released or not, but he was on there. But yeah, shout out to Foxy 106.9 FM, and the documentary's on there. But that's what really started me doing the podcast, because after I did that, I had to talk to Janine from Fat Boo.
Okay.
So she said, well, why don't we do a side, talk, and we could do like a Zoom call or whatnot. So I did that. That's on my podcast too. And then shortly after that, I started getting a few phone calls, and then I started reaching out to some people I know, in the industry. So that's how I got, Chip Fu on there. And then y'all heard Hieroglyphics and Dale the Funky Homo Sapien.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I met them about 30 years ago. Actually, I met Domino, not the Domino from St. Louis, but the Domino from Hieroglyphics. Okay. And then, so I reached out, and then I got Seal Love and Dale to get on the podcast. And then I still got other people. I can't name them yet because we still kind of going through the agreements and everything like that. But once I got started, I just kept going.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Hey, shout out to Foxy, man. I was just talking to Rec the other day, man. That's Rec went to school with us too, so shout out to Rec, man.
Yeah, that's bro right there, man. He been helping us through this whole thing, man. So shout out to Rec One, man. For real, anytime we need him, man, he come through for us. So shout out to him, man.
Yeah, DJ Rec One, also Mike Roberts. They had me as a guest on Voice of St. Louis a couple months ago, so I appreciate that. So y'all can check that out on there too.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what really got me started in the podcast.
Okay.
So I guess considering that you, like I said, you are a historian and you've had your run and you've done a number of things. What what do you think about the landscape of just the whole music industry today? Watching from the time, I mean, everything's gonna evolve. Nothing's gonna stay the same, obviously, right?
Yeah, obviously. The industry, in my opinion, has changed. I have a moniker that I give myself. I call myself the most unknown known. And what I mean by that is I've been in a lot of rooms. I sit behind a lot of executive things, behind a lot of boards with people in the industry from the 90s to now. And I've seen the change. It's a lot easier now, like I mentioned earlier, for these artists to go out and promote themselves. You don't necessarily have to have a record deal like we did back in the day. Back in the day, that was the way to get on. You had to get that 360 deal or whatever bad deal was out there. You know what I'm saying? Without that, you didn't see yourself getting out there. But take that back. MC Hammer, you know, he was one of those guys where he was self-made. You know what I mean? He didn't have to have that deal before he became who he was. You know, shout out to Hammer too, and I give him a lot of credit because he used to bring a lot of dancers from St. Louis.
Man, over 80 to 90% of the dancers if they not from St. Louis, they from the Midwest. Most people don't even know that. And again, that goes right back to Sonny Metcalf.
Yeah, Sonny Metcalf. That's right.
He created an environment, the nucleus for all those dancers to come when Hammer needed dancers. So man, again, it's more talent here than what we realize. A lot of the people. Roro, Archie, Doug, you know what I'm saying? We out here, we doing our thing, man. St. Louis representing, man. So
yeah, I think these artists now, in a way, take it for granted. They don't know the hustle that we had to go through.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not knocking them, though. I mean, if I had the technology they got now back then, I'd do the same thing. Who wouldn't have used it, right? But I think they need to make sure that they use it in a positive way. Because right now, I don't think, and it's just me saying this, rap ain't like it used to be. Even when we had NWA, even though it sounded like a negative message, it was a real message. It was letting you know what was going on in the hood. Right. It was our storytelling. It was a way for us to find out, oh, the shit that's happening, stuff that's happening here is happening in your neighborhood too.
They were a voice for the people that were voiceless. You know
right. But these kids now, I don't think not all of them now. You know, I'm not talking about the J. Cole's and the Kendrick Lamar's, but I mean, a lot of this rap, they call it mumble rap, or you don't know what they saying. It's just like anybody can get a deal now. You don't even need a deal. You just put yourself out, and then all of a sudden you blew up on social media.
But we talked about that, Shaun, because I know previously, if I'm not mistaken, you once had a record label, Dirty Red.
I did.
Right,
I did.
Red. And we were talking about that. Like, for real, I would never err on the side of commending. I never want to do the new school against old head, but I think that these new kids could benefit from having some professional development. You know, we even you and I talked about that. It's like I take nothing away. You know, they got the technology, they got the advancement, they can jump off, they got a catapult, but we need to get back to artist development, because here it is, you take a little Tay-Tay out the hood and put them in front of the camera. They never performed in front of a million sold out people. Now they don't know what's going on. Artist development, just standing there, right. in one place. Artist development is a real thing. I think even if we just created a business just with artist development, we could do good, because a lot of it's not there anymore.
That's right. Yeah, because they don't use artist development anymore. Like they don't even know how to do media.
Right, but I'm saying, and it shows. That's why I'm saying it's essential. You just sitting there, they don't know how to properly interview. They come on there, but it's all bad.
It's all bad. It's all bad.
They haven't had any professional
And
training.
then it seemed like the dance scene is just gone, because, bro, I remember growing up, man, and seeing Rolling in lots of videos, and it's like, look like they don't even need the dancers no more.
Because they're not doing the budgets that they used to. You know what I'm saying? You got to realize, I remember when a lot of artists was bragging about having $1 million budget video on MTV. That's unheard of. Not when you could just use an iPhone and do a video, you know what I'm saying? It's unneeded. So if they don't have a budget for that, we ain't got the dancers and the whole backdrop and all that. It's not there anymore.
Well, I mean, the stuff that we used to see from like X and all those big time guys, that you don't get that in this new stuff. Like, the video don't look like what's dude named Hype? You know what I'm saying? Like a Hype Williams video. It's cool. I'm not saying it's trash, but it don't give you that cinematic look like it used to.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? They probably do some stuff out in the street and have a whole bunch of guns and a nigga walking around in a dress. It'd be all types of stuff going on in these videos now. But I think the old school would teach them something, because it's a lot they not doing. If
they
bro.
be in the ear to listen, though, you know what I'm saying? If they be in the ear to listen, but I never want to. But listen, Those that will listen. Those that will not.
Yeah.
But I'm always willing to be a mentor to somebody that want to take. That's one because I feel like somebody we had. I shouted him out last time. I know you remember Mr. Berry when he was in
Yeah,
town, man. I shouted out to Mr. Berry, man, because he was like, man, Mr. Berry was like a extracurriculum. He taught extracurriculum things outside of school, right? And I remember when we went to school, you learned about we had Black History one month for Black History, and we done learned about the colonialism and that history all year round. Man, Mr. Berry was the first teacher that was like, look, man, you don't get no credit for this, but you about to be out of school for something. He created a whole list with nothing but Black authors that introduced me to the Nathan McCalls and you know what I'm saying? Just different authors like that make you want to holler and all those type of things. If it weren't for people like him just stepping up, and again, we need more mentors in those type of spaces, in the spaces of being able to do artist development, you know what I'm saying? But again, they gotta wanna take heed and not thinking that we so old that we don't know what we talking about. Where you trying to go? We done already been there and done that. So
That's right. That's right. And you brought up Dirty Red Entertainment. I want to clarify that Nelly and them's entertainment company was Dirty ENT, and ours was Dirty Red, like the actor Dirty Red Entertainment.
Right.
And if y'all remember that, I used to run commercials on BET and MTV in the early 2000s back in St. Louis. That was my record label. I worked with Antoine Washington. Shout out to Antoine Washington.
Shout out to Twine.
And that was the other half.
That's the one made our beat.
that did our beat.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on, man.
Yeah.
Full circle, baby.
I probably remember that, you know what I'm saying? But Dirty Red came along because I wanted to get more into the executive side of the music because I did a lot of stuff in the background. You know, I started off rapping, but that's how you learn. Right. You know, you learn how to be entertaining that way when you get on the back end. Right. You know what they feel like, what they thinking, what need to be done, what don't need to be done, that artist development, stuff like that. So that's why I started Dirty Red Entertainment. And one of my first acts that I signed was Probate Fella out of Puerto Rico. He's originally from Puerto Rico, but he's in Chicago now. But I did a lot of work with Probate Fella and the family out there in Chicago. So shout out Probate Fella. And he does reggaeton. And so that was one of the first acts I signed. And then also signed my own guys, Bombay. We actually went up to Oklahoma and did the whole album.
Okay.
You know, in Oklahoma for those guys. We shot the video. Matter of fact, I think our video that we shot was the first video that had the Bigfoot monster truck in it. Okay. A lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? And we also did the other half of the video at Leroy's. Y'all remember Leroy's?
Everybody got their haircut at Leroy's.
Yeah. Shout out to Omar up there. I think Ali used to work up there too at Leroy's. Yeah. So shout out Ali.
You know definitely rest in peace, Leroy.
That's right. But yeah, so that's what kind of got me into that, just the executive side. I just wanted to kind of learn that and start trying to work with acts on that side. So I had a chance to meet a lot of people. I was out in New York and had a chance to see Terror Squad, Dougie Fresh, Fred from Making the Band, Papoose. And I've never seen people roll the way they roll in New York. I mean, when Terror Squad came in the building, all you saw was those TS chains glowing. They coming in the mad group. Papoose rolled up on me, scared the hell out of me. He rolled up on me with with his people. I just happened to turn around. He was standing there looking at me. You know what I'm saying? But that was a good trip to take out there to New York. I can say I stood on the block at 3 a.m. in New York. A lot of people can't say that.
Hey, that's what's up, though. That's what's up.
That's what's up. Far as when you talk about the music, right? Today's music, what they call like mumble rap and like what we used to do back in the day. In my opinion, I think it's a difference between rap and hip hop. I think, cause think about this: when KRS was going at Nelly, he was like, "That's not real rap and that's not real music." I think what Nelly was doing was rapping. I don't think what Nelly was doing was actually hip hop. And that's where KRS was like, "Oh, the real hip hop this, real hip hop that." I think with these younger generations, they just rapping. They don't know nothing about lyrics. They don't know nothing about punchlines and all that. They just talking. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I can get with some of it. I can't get with all of it. Like, you know, my son, he a big NBA YoungBoy fan. I don't know what the hell he's saying at all. But some of when he slow it down and he ain't screaming all on the song, he got some tight songs. But it's like, you can't call that hip hop.
Right,
We gonna
but-
call that rap.
But
Yeah,
it's
right.
it is a difference, you know what I'm saying? And then when you start talking that talk, they be like, oh, okay, OG. It is a thing, you know. We know that we brought social commentary. Again, we were a voice for the people that were voiceless, you know what I'm saying? We understood what metaphors were similes, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You knew all the different parts. You knew what an adjective and an adverb was in order to actually make it make sense, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these artists don't understand. They don't even understand the construct of a sentence at all, how to construct a paragraph.
Right.
Right. And if I could add, another thing that's missing nowadays is originality. You know, back then you could tell the difference between the Tribe Called Quest and NWA.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
everybody sound the
Just
same.
alike,
They got
right.
the same name, Lil Baby, The Baby, Us Baby. You know, like everybody got the same name and sound the
Right.
same. And I think that's what they missing is originality.
Right.
Yeah, most definitely, cause everybody sound the same, and
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate it with a passion. I hate that. I hate the whole thing for real. But I ain't gonna lie, I do listen to some of the stuff, cause if some of the stuff I can play in my car.
Yeah.
Not necessarily do I play it around the house while I'm doing something. Nah, probably not. I probably, throwing some J. Cole. You know, a lot of people, they be hating on Drake. I think Drake, that dude, he can rap. I mean,
Drake definitely
rap,
do.
real hip hop.
Drake definitely did.
You know
Like
what I'm saying?
Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, what's my boy from Detroit?
Big Sean.
Big Sean. It
Yeah.
ain't too many of them on
Wale.
like that.
Y'all gotta
we
stop.
can't leave
Y'all gotta
Wale.
stop leaving Wale and
Man, we
Meek out
gotta
the
keep
deal.
Wale,
bro.
man. Wale is that dude.
Yeah,
man.
we
Straight
got
up,
well,
straight
we
up,
gotta
straight
we
up.
gotta put Meek in there too,
Yeah,
cause Meek was
in
up
her,
there with him.
Meek in there.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna throw somebody in there that you may not be a fan of, but if we just talk about
Who you
Lupe,
talking
I gotta
about,
do
bro?
Lupe,
No,
man.
no.
I'm putting Lupe.
No, you know
man.
what?
Come
No,
on
you know
now.
what? I'll tell you this. I give him. I wouldn't put him in that circle. I wouldn't.
But he's a
far
spitter.
as a hip hop and
Yeah,
a spitter, yes,
yeah.
yeah,
Come
I
on
give
now.
it to you.
We gonna
I
take
just
it away.
can't get with the songs, bro. Like that's the thing about. See, people can hate on Drake all day, but he not only hip hop, he know how to make music.
Yeah.
Most of these cats can spit, but they don't know how to make music.
I ain't gonna lie
That's-
to
that's
you.
key
I ain't
And
word.
gonna lie
that's
to you.
what Dave and Duran taught us.
Right.
They taught
How to make
us
a
how
song.
to make singles.
Yeah.
All right,
Right.
you got this single. All right, you need a single for the women. You got a song for the women. Do you got a song for they can play in a club? You know, stuff like that. We didn't know. We wasn't really on that. We was just making whatever we wanted to make
Right.
back then. You know what I'm saying? So them guys, shout out to Dave and Duran, man, they showed us a lot, man. Definitely how to make the radio music first. Cause we used to make ratchet music, cussing everything. They're like, all right, hold off on this. Here go a beat. Make this song about this.
Right, y'all
You know
needed
what
the
I'm
balance.
saying?
They taught y'all how to have that balance.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right. That's
And
right.
then when they taught us that, man, we was knocking them hits down, bro.
Yeah.
We gonna have them on the show soon too. For sure.
I want to give a shout out to the WBMS family out there too. All the dancers, everybody that work with Sonny Metcalf.
For sure.
I know everybody's spread out all over the nation now. We got people in California, New York, but people still doing their thing. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody.
Man, you gotta give a shot. Man, listen, you were talking about being on a box, man. So we already was, y'all was doing the music thing. Me and V Swift and a couple others, we was doing our dancing thing. And I'll never forget the opportunity presented itself because Sonny inked the deal to where we would end up being at Club Mercedes on Saturday or Sunday mornings. We would go up there and record. And before we can get to school on Monday and Tuesday, everybody was like, hey, man, I see y'all on the box, man. So it was our own little version of pretty much like what Soul Train was or whatever, but it was our version of that here in St. Louis. And we would shout, man. So, man, he opened up so many doors and
Doors for
created so many
everybody.
opportunities, man.
And he's still doing it. That's the
Don't get
crazy
it
part.
twisted. Don't get it
Sonny's
twisted.
been doing it. Look, we've been trying to get Sonny on our to do music for us since we was kids. Like when we went down to his basement and seen all them pictures, I was like, man, we gotta get with this dude. I mean, he's in a picture with everybody
Bill
you can think
Clinton, he
of,
got
bro.
Bill Clinton.
Man, LL Cool J.
Yeah, Easy E.
Yeah, everybody. And I'm like, who is this dude?
Yeah, he's got plenty of stories. He's
man.
plenty of stories.
We definitely got to get him on here, man. Definitely. Sonny.
And I want to thank y'all too, man, for what y'all do and bringing the voice, to the people, man. I
Sure.
appreciate that.
Yeah, I definitely. That's our intention, man. I wanna kind of highlight what I say are the trailblazers, the people that paved the way for us, like the Sonny Metcalfs. you know what I'm saying, the Roberts brothers, you know what I'm saying, just being entrepreneurs and businessmen and being able to show that it's different lanes. And I think a lot of times young people can't ascend to what they don't see. So if we can bring those people back to know that all these things are possible, and, you know, these are people that have done it, you know what I'm saying? So if you're willing to roll up your sleeves and do the work, it's definitely attainable. And they homegrown right here in our hometown, St. Louis, man. So we more than just what the media portrays us to be. You know, yeah, we do have our issues here in Missouri, but it's a lot of talented people that came out and a lot of culture that came out of this, man.
I want to piggyback off that. Make sure y'all think outside the box. Everybody can't be a rapper. Everybody can't sing. Everybody ain't supposed to be a rapper.
No.
But there's plenty of jobs behind the camera.
Oh.
You got producers,
Yes.
Writers.
you know what I mean, executives.
Yeah.
You know, there's plenty of ways to make money. Actually, probably even more money than some of the artists.
Right,
There's artists that are broke right now.
Sometimes behind the camera is the way to go. You know
It's
what I'm
the way to
saying?
go.
Right. You know what I'm saying? We just wrapped up the final season, man. Shout out to Lena Waithe, man, and the Shy, man. What she did with that show.
Super
we
dope.
talked about this Shy last week, man. We was just saying, hey, man, we need to get with the writers, and you know, we got our big homie Ace right here, and we gonna do something, man. We need to do our version of what the Shy did. We don't know what that's gonna look like, but
Apartment
we need,
314, man,
you know
coming
what I'm
soon.
saying? Yeah, we need our own thing, man.
Apartment
We need our own
314 coming
Yes,
soon,
sir.
buddy.
Yeah, so
Let me tell you about that. What's coming? What we got? Apartment 314 is dropping. The actual trailer is dropping tomorrow. It is a AI animated not animated, AI realistic series that I am dropping the trailer tomorrow. Once we get that popping, because I know it is, we're going to switch it over to a real life series. It's been done. I'm doing it first.
right. You heard it here first with the big homie Ace.
Big homie.
314. So check
right.
it out. It's coming tomorrow.
I told y'all last episode, y'all time is up.
You heard me. So anything else? We got any more questions from Sean here?
Oh man, we definitely gotta get Sean's opinion on some topics.
Also, we got to
man.
get into our hip hop segment.
Yeah,
We're gonna slide.
And we
We're
can
gonna
do the
slide.
hip hop segment. We can get into the news. We can get into everything right now because we
Right.
got him here.
Right.
You feel me? And I'm pretty sure he got an opinion. And they call him the hip hop historian,
The
right?
hip hop historian.
Ain't that what they
man.
call you?
That's what they call it.
That's one of the names they call.
Okay, well we're gonna go off of that then. So the first thing we want to know, we want you to list your top 10 hip hop artists of all time.
So, you know, that's a heavy question.
We know.
I know everybody
We know.
say that.
Everybody say that. But
And you know what? I'm gonna say this, man. My top duo all time, not even hip hop, is Hall and Oates.
Who?
I done blew y'all mind.
I know who it is, but he probably
know who that
he
is.
You know
gone.
what it is? 80s band.
It's
Two
an
guys.
80s band.
Hall and
I don't know
Oates,
that.
man. Hey, people out there, if y'all hip to Hall and Oates, let me know. But my actual favorite hip hop duo is Outkast. That's my
I already knew that. I already knew that.
That's
I
my
already knew that.
number
At least he
one.
didn't separate them like some people, bro.
Like I never separate them.
All
I'm just
y'all
saying,
keep on
though.
separating them
I'm
like
just saying though.
like Big Boy ain't that guy, bro.
I
Y'all
didn't
keep
say
on.
that, but
Oh,
I'm
Big
just
Boy
saying
tough.
I like
Yeah.
3 stacks though. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
cool to like 3 Stacks, but still, let's just keep it real. 3 Stacks ain't got an album for y'all to say he the best out of them two, nigga.
We gonna let you have that.
Yeah.
Cause that's your opinion.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's everybody's opinion. At least he say Outkast. He say Andre 3000. Jared.
3 stacks.
Okay.
You know, reason I said Outkast, man, those guys have went through a lot to get to where they are, and they were so different.
What do you say? Cause he told
what
you
I
the
mean?
South got something to say. You know,
Yeah, that's
You
right,
told
that's
him,
right.
You know.
And they were so different. You know, Andre 3000 got his own style, and then Big Boy. A lot of people try to discredit Big Boy.
Yeah.
Big Boy can rap, man. He can rap his ass off. You know what I mean? So the both of them are like on the same level to me. You know, they
Yeah.
got different styles, but they work together like magic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, are we talking old school or are we talking new school?
All
too?
time.
All time.
All time.
Man, that's tough. It's inclusive. I can't even say the word.
Inconclusive.
Thank you. Because there's so many good, you know, artists from back in the day, man. I liked NWA.
But this how you do it. This how you do it.
No. But hold on though. He said NW. We talking about single artists.
Just single individual.
Single
Okay.
individual artists.
So if
Man.
it's there, if we go to your playlist,
You know
right
what?
now,
Let's
who
cut
you
it
put?
down to 5. Let's get
Okay,
your
5.
top 5 of all time.
Oh, man.
There you go.
That,
Yeah, we put you on. You know
I
how
mean-
it too.
I
We
mean-
gotta hear it.
you know, that's the thing. I've been thinking about this for 20 years, man. And it switches. You know what I
And
mean?
it's okay. It can switch today, and then you can change some more. But we want to know what you got going on today.
Well, you know, everybody always got the same, you know, they say Biggie, Tupac, Jay-Z, Nas, and who I'm leaving out. it's always that same.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Take your time.
Who are your top 5?
Yeah, I want to know this.
Hey, I ain't gonna front. My favorite rapper is Taifa.
Is you or you?
My old rap mate. That's my
Hey, you heard
favorite
that?
rapper.
Hey, Taifa, you heard that?
That's my favorite
You heard
rapper.
that?
Oh, we gotta hear this.
Yeah.
You know
Hey,
what I mean?
We just put him on top and pass Biggie now.
He know that. I told him that for years.
hey, he online watching. Who he talking about right
Oh,
now?
yeah?
I told him. Shout out to Ty.
What up, Ty? You heard that? Your man say you his favorite rapper, man. That's a big. Hey, that's big props right there. Dog.
Ty, we need you on here because I want to see what he talking about.
And I told y'all, CC Online, Ty, he do my merch for me. So y'all make sure y'all go to levelupwithbuck.com. Ty does a lot of amazing designs. He can hook you up too. So shout out to Ty for the merch. My bad. I'm off subject. So yeah, I'm gonna have to take a drink on that, man, like on Drink Champs. You know what I mean?
Oh, we can't get the top
question.
5?
Next question,
All right,
man.
You ain't gonna give us the top
What
five,
a drink said, man. What a Ciroc at, you know. What a drink.
You know what? The only reason we ain't doing that because we get up in this mug and get to start slurring. And shit.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? We ain't gonna do it. But you know, when we out,
we
like the last
when
time.
you
'cause-
when you see me on the
yeah, he took over the whole interview. Whole interview.
Yeah.
He was loud. He started talking like Tupac and stuff. I'm like, man, calm down, brother. Be the brother. Calm down. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we get full of that liquor, we get to talking. That's, you know what? We should have did that. We should have.
yeah.
Maybe we're going to do it next time.
Don't let me be a bad influence.
No, we does it. I just, you know, we get in this mug and forget what we was talking about in this mug. We like, yeah, man, you know, so what we was going to talk about?
Hey,
right
my other thing, y'all ain't asked me yet, but my favorite is chicken wings. Man, I love me some chicken wings. Now, I do buffalo. Hey, chicken wings is hip-hop.
Chicken wings hip hop? Damn!
Y'all didn't know?
First rap album.
Lemon pepper.
Lemon
Hey,
pepper.
on the lemon pepper, baby.
Man.
Lemon pepper stepper.
So if you know me, you know I like chicken wings, you know what I'm saying? Oh, before I forget, shout out to Kiki, the first lady. She came, you know, I did a video for her at Foxy 106.9 too, you know what I mean? So y'all go check that out as well. I just seen that pop up. So
Okay.
yeah, but
KK.
next question.
He said he's sliding on that.
Yeah, he ain't gonna do that top 5
He's
either.
not
Jesus.
coming off of that, huh?
All right, you go with the next one, JP.
So, I mean, it's a lot of topics.
And answer's yes.
What you saying? What you saying yes to what? What are you saying yes to?
Look, whatever.
Just say whatever we answer. He said he don't want no smoke. That's crazy.
So you see Shay Phillips, that's Sonny's niece. Right there. What up, Shay?
Yeah. So we tapped in. Hey,
Yeah, we've been talking about Sonny this whole time, so you know she definitely gonna give us the plug with Sonny. You know what I'm saying? Get him on down here. We get to talking to him.
Right.
And look, we probably need about 2-3 hours with Sonny though.
Hey, I'm sure.
Yeah, cause you know he gonna go all the way back. I seen some pictures with him and Hammer.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
dead ass.
On my Facebook page, this picture of me, Hammer, and Rolling together.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Hammer good people, man. I got a funny story, but I can't state it on here. But Hammer good people.
You
man.
remember? I think I remember John. Was it John? He was one of the dancers. He used to be up at WBMS. He drove like a Camaro or
Johnny.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Man, just coming up, being around
Yeah.
all that. That was crazy, man.
I remember all that, man. All that. So what do y'all think is the place of hip hop now? Y'all think it's in a good place, or you think it's got worse in the 90s?
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that I think it's worse. I think from a business perspective, again, as we spoke to, they have a lot of more advantages because of technology. I think independence is great because you know they're starting to understand the importance of being able to own your publishing. I think we've been beat over the head by people like Prince. You know, God bless the dead with Prince, because Prince, it has said that Prince wouldn't even work with certain artists if they didn't own their own music. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't have your publishing rights, he wasn't rocking with you. But to even know that just wasn't even a thing, because we go all the way back as far as Ray Charles. Like I ain't gonna say he was the first, but he was one of the first when that was unheard of that time to even ask for his publishing, for his own publishing. So I think we've evolved in that manner for our business, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I think we've taken about 100 steps back as far as creativity and originality, some of the things that you spoke of, social commentary, understanding what metaphors and similes, and then just being unique, you know what I'm saying? Not cookie cutter. Like, I think everything is just such a carbon copy. It's just a cookie cutter. Mm-hmm. And I know they said it's very few things that are original because something has always borrowed from something before that. And I can understand that, but still though, like, take that thing and make it your own, but quit doing what the last person did. It's just so watered down and so boring,
Yeah, but I see
so many times.
I think it's more of when it's the labels, they want you to dumb down hip hop more than be that social, rapper and talk about what's going on. I think they want that more ratchet stuff because if you could tell, and there's no hate, shout out to Sexy Red. Like, people can hate on her all I want. She from St. Louis. That's my people. So bump that. But I think that's what they pushing for. That more ratchet, no more lyrical. Just give us some pee popping and sucking this and all this. You know what I'm saying? That's what's popping right now. When unfortunately, I wouldn't call it hip hop, but I would call it rap again. Are we gonna get a lot of more hip hop like we did? I think times change to the point where they music ain't like the music we used to listen to. I give you a prime example. Man, when Master P was out, I used to listen to that stuff 24/7. I cannot listen to that shit today. I cannot. I tried it.
Man.
I cannot listen to Silk the Shocker.
Yes. Yeah.
Or Master P. Last night I played both albums. I cannot listen to it. It sounds crazy to me. Yeah. So I think it's just different. And sometimes they be like, oh, you need to get with the times. You know what I'm saying? Or because I ain't gonna lie, when Young Thug came out, I'm like, man, what is this dude saying?
But
bro?
But the beats was so hit. And hold on, we gotta put a pin in this. You ain't gonna I know you fucking lying, Shay. So you just gonna come on here and tell us that Sonny's birthday coming up on the 12th. You know what I'm saying? And he's turning 75, man. Hold on, I don't know what we gotta do. Shay, we need Sonny on her. We need
75 years young.
75 years young. We need him on her. Like I say, he is a legend. You know what I'm saying? We need to have him on her, but either right before his birthday, man, so he can tell some of these unheard stories, man, on how he has just transcended this whole Midwest area and developed the artist that he's developed, man. We got to have him on her. Shay, I'm holding you to it while you telling us about his 75th birthday. We need to make that happen.
Definitely need to make that happen.
So let me jump in. The reason I asked that question is that's part of the reason I'm doing what I'm doing now, trying to become not just a St. Louis hip hop historian, but just a hip hop historian overall. I think we need to bring back a lot of those traits that we had back in the day, a lot of that philosophy that we used to have, like BDP and all that stuff from back in the day, and bring it current. Let these new kids understand why we did, what we meant when we said these raps. You know what I mean?
Right.
Bring some substance to it, and also educate them. A lot of them don't even congratulate the people that came before them, the pioneers.
No, they don't pay no homage.
You know what I mean? And that's part of what I would like to do, is just to showcase, like, hey, these guys came before you and did these amazing things. Don't forget that.
And I know that to be true because I remember, he's a little evolved now, but I remember when Lil Yachty first came out and they was asking him about the Tupacs and the Biggies and all that. He was just like, he didn't know who they were. And I was just like, that's so disrespectful.
Yeah, you said Tupac was overrated.
You know what I'm saying? That was so disrespectful.
But you gotta think about it. When Lil Yachty came out, he was like 15 years old. So what do you expect a 15-year-old to know about Tupac?
But my thing is, I said you don't have to know about it.
Because he's not in hip-hop again. These dudes are rapping. They don't know nothing.
But listen, if you're gonna say something that's your craft, this is what you do. This ain't what you like to do, but this is what you do. So I'm trying to think of the young man. Usher just brought him out. His name is J something, but he's on the Usher label. Now, he probably even younger than he might be our son's age, dog. But when he do cover songs, he go back to people he shouldn't even know about, and he cover their songs.
Is he a singer?
He's a singer.
Just two different things.
But I'm saying though, you gotta pay when somebody is the founder of something. How you not gonna like if you saying this? I want to know if I'm gonna be the best in what I'm doing. I'm about to go do my study. I'm about to go do my research. I'm about to be well studied. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, dog, that's disrespectful. Bro.
But it's different because a lot of people, like, say for instance, that young man probably how old do you think he is? The one that Usher.
I want to say
20.
he about 20.
He about 20. So if he about 20, that means his parents probably helped him to some stuff.
Yeah, he still
people
lives
around
to
him
90s.
probably helped him to the stuff. Yeah. But then you got to think about a young man that's 15 when he started.
Yeah, he nice.
A young man that just started in this and he got his own way of rapping, and ain't nobody teaching him nothing because ain't nobody listening to that shit with the young kids. He ain't listening to no old school. Prime example, when they was doing Making a Band, none of them knew none of Biggie's songs. None of them. Am I right or wrong?
You right.
He told them niggas go back and learn this song. They didn't know his song. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people ain't hip, bro. I'm hip to it all, bro. I'm talking about I can go down Wu-Tang. I can go to all them New York cats to the California cats to the South. And
I mean, but this is what we do. That's what I'm saying. If this is something that you say you love, the art, the craft, like I be sitting up listening to, I listen to, like, you gotta listen to new stuff. But right now, shout out to Fat Joe and Jada because they got a new single called Aroma, right? So the hook on that mug was done by the Cook, right? But the play on the words, it came directly. It's a play off the words off of Erykah Badu's song. But see, people that really just don't know hip hop, they don't even know where that came from. You know what I'm saying? Right. They changed the words, but the whole the cadence of it and everything is directly ripped off a song. I ain't gonna say ripped, but it's born from a song that Erykah Badu did. So only with people like that's really like us that really listen to music. When I have a whole different appreciation for it than somebody that's just of this era listening to it. They not. They like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like that. Like I say, we come from performing arts. So not only do I listen to music, I read music, I know how to write music, I understand the arrangement of music because I did this in school, you know what I'm saying? So you are a little bit more critical versus a person that's just in it to make a quick buck, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They not gonna view it or have the same POV as you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like even somebody might be like, that beat hard, and I'm like, that's a 4/4 count, that's simplistic as shit. Like, that's not unique, you know what I'm saying? Because we learn how to read music and we learn how to time music while we were, a lot of us when we were at VAP and we did different arts, you know what I'm saying? So for somebody that don't play music, to them that sound like the best beat they ever heard in their life. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question for y'all. Now I did a video called Are You Too Old to Rap? So is there an age limit on rap?
I think so.
No.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think so.
See, everybody got an opinion.
Yeah.
So
I don't think so.
Are you too old or are you not too old? Like,
You are too old.
look at how old is Flavor Flav?
90.
We gon'
Nigga 90.
listen.
We look
what's
nice.
How old is Jay?
Jay 56 and
There
Jay
you go,
doing
there
it.
you go, there you
Jay
go.
doing it. He making some of these young boys look bad on their best day.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
All right, well, let me say it this way. If you ain't made it, I think it's a time for
Now
you to
that's
stop.
the difference.
No.
We
If
just
you ain't made it, I think it's a time for you to stop.
You're made it and they made it. They still may get a check from they just not nationally recognized. Just because you don't see them don't mean they not getting a check. Why? If they publishing right.
that's right.
Well,
And look,
they
true
put
now,
that
false.
he was reading
True
in.
now,
he was
false.
listening.
True now, false. Right. True now, false.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
It's like they don't say that to rock and roll people. How old they? They old as dirt. On stage, still
That's what I'm
performing.
saying.
95.
Country singers.
But look,
Why is there a standard on
what
rap?
y'all saying is people that was already established that still making music,
we got
right?
Established rappers now.
Right.
Jay-Z.
Right.
LL
I ain't
Cool
talking
J.
about them. I'm talking about, say for instance,
Somebody that's just trying to get on. They ain't on
somebody
right
that's probably been trying for years. Just say for instance me.
Okay.
Like, all right, so I'm gonna give you a prime example. we went to go do this thing.
now. There you go. Here we go.
We went to go do this thing with Ace, man. We went to go meet
We ain't
somebody.
gonna say no names. What we was
Yeah,
saying.
we ain't gonna say what it was, right? And everybody in that motherfucker was over 40. It was the most craziest shit I ever seen in my life. It was like, the over 40 fucking rappers in this motherfucker, man. I was like, I cannot believe
He's
it.
like, these old ass motherfuckers.
They all in this motherfucker just over 40. I'm like, damn, where is all the young people at? It's just everybody over 40, and then everybody talking about cap shooting people and all this shit. These niggas in their 40s, man, if y'all don't stop it, bro. Leave it alone. Let it go. Zip it up.
I think music is an art. I don't think it really has an age limit. I don't think it depends on
definitely an art
if
form.
it's hip hop or rock and roll or you just doing
Right.
country music. I don't think there's no age, man. You could be 60 and do a rap and it could just blow up with social media the way it is now.
Right.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you got a deal and everybody come to
Right.
see you.
Hey, look, I feel you. Listen, I ain't trying to hit on nobody that's doing it. That just
But-
ain't my cup
But I
of
think
tea.
it's your point,
I
man,
had
that
my
they
time.
already established. I think you got a valid
Yeah.
point on that because you got like Cause I ain't gonna lie, Jadakiss is one of my hitters to this day, and it's crazy that this boy 38 Special straight trying to come for Jada. That's a whole nother conversation that we have on a whole nother podcast. But I would think 38 Special might want to stay at bay. I don't think you're ready for Jada.
Man, leave top 5 alone, man.
Jadakiss been doing this for a long time, dog.
Ain't no age to me.
What'd you say?
Ain't no age.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, just say for
I
instance,
agree.
let's say for instance you get a big hit, right? Just a big hit, shit just go out, and then you get an interview. They be like, "So how old are you, sir?" I'm 45. Nigga, that's crazy, bro.
You putting me.
You made it when you was 45, or maybe you can lie about your age like everybody else was doing. You telling you 32.
I want to be with the niggas.
And put some of that shit on your beard.
I'm not gonna lie because I want to be in the category of the niggas who with the longevity. Even though I'm just on that level, you got the T.I.s, you got the Jeezys, you got the Snoops, you got all these niggas are legends. They've been in the game 10, 20, 30 decades.
Yeah.
Go back to the niggas who talking about the shoot 'em up and kill 'em and who came out 2 years ago is back at Jack in the Box now.
Right? I mean, hey,
wait.
And I know it's a different form of artistry, right? You know what I'm saying? I know it's a different form of artistry, but we still talk about art in its purest form, right?
Yeah.
Man, some of our biggest actors, man, they didn't even get on till they was like 40 years old.
Right.
Samuel
That's
L.
true.
Jackson.
we
That's
like,
talking about
Thank you.
acting, bro. We talking about because for me, I feel like hip hop is a young man's sport.
Man, but
even the older people would tell you. Well, I wouldn't say what I say. Rap would be a young man's sport.
rap or hip hop. So now you got to.
I think probably rap would be a young man's sport. Hip hop probably not, but who's really listening to hip hop unless you at that top?
I'm a hip hop head,
They
man.
only
I'm a
giving
hip-hop
they
head.
only giving you 5 people that's real hip hop heads in today. And we just
people in the
just-
comments, drop in the comments. Are you too old to rap if you over 50?
Yeah,
That's
we
like
want to
saying-
know.
That's like saying you too old to sing.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? Now T.I. started doing comedy. Whether he funny or not, that's different. But what I'm saying is, how old is T.I.? He just now started doing comedy
Right.
within the last year or two, right?
And whether we think he's funny or not, he getting paid off
Yeah.
of
So
it.
was he too old to be a comedian?
To start a
you
new
know what I'm
career.
saying?
Is it ever too old to pivot? Because you might want to pivot your career. Okay, I did
So-
this, and I want to do something different.
So no, I
But is comedy a young man's sport?
Yes, in this era it is.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Shit.
Comedy is
All the top
put
people
your
are
work
older
in.
people.
Listen. But I'm saying if we going now, that's a whole nother conversation because it's the whole new jacks like your Just Hilariouses and your Ha Ha Davises compared against the people like say your Eddie Murphys. Like they whole how they approach comedy is two totally different. And they'll let it be known like how would you say?
Well,
they had to
Eddie
get out
Murphy
front of
is
work.
not relevant of today when it comes to stand-up comedy. I'm talking about so the people that's at the top is not a, and I ain't hating, it's not a Just Hilarious or no Ha Ha Davis,
no.
bro. The top people are over 40, which is Cat
Chappelle,
Williams,
Chappelle,
what's his name, Mike Epps. These are the top guys. So is it? No, it's not a young man's sport. I think it's a all around. But if you, okay, so say hip hop, they call it a young man's sport. Even the older people in hip hop call it a young man's sport. So again, if you're not already established, you've been in the game, you made money, you come out every so often and put out some stuff like a Jay-Z. But what I'm saying is, as us, if we wanted to make a group called Four Little Men, I don't care what you call it, Four Little Men, and all 4 of us out here rapping, we got fucking gray beards and all it. No, come on,
in
guys.
today's time, we got to.
It's a lane for everybody.
15 years ago, that wouldn't work. 2026, social media is going to make. They're either going to talk about us, which we're going to get publicity, or they're going to say them niggas is tight at the age they is, which we're going to get publicity.
Yep.
So it's today's time is different.
Right. I think it's a need for
either-
everybody.
What if they talking about you? Period. It's a good thing. It's when they not talking about you.
Because to make a prime example about that, Nas just brought out everybody that he just dropped up under his label. You know what I'm saying? It's all historians. You know what I'm saying? He just had like the Clips dropped a new album. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that he dropped that would be considered quote unquote old school, or even going all the way back to it's like everybody that's up on the Nas record label is all old school, and they all done dropped. And I'm not saying our sons are buying it,
Who on
but
the Nas record
it's a market that people are buying them. I'm gonna have to, now you're gonna make me go back and take a
I
look.
don't know nobody on the Nas, but
Yeah, Nas then dropped. He had a whole series of like old school rappers that then dropped albums up under him. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And so of course, Tone and Jalen and Kyrie ain't buying their music, but it's music that's in our peers, our age. We want that music. We looking for music like
NCD's
that.
coming back.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Stop.
Yeah, definitely. What is talking, man?
All right, so I got a
Shit,
question.
Vinyl is going like crazy.
For a person that haven't dropped in a long time, say for instance, LL come out with an album. Well, y'all listening?
Yeah, he just dropped one.
Just because I want. Yeah, he did just drop.
Yeah,
that.
like last year. It's called The Force, and it was produced by Q-Tip. Originally, he went to, that's a hip-hop historian in me.
Right.
Originally, he went to Dr. Dre. It didn't work out, so he went to Q-Tip, and Q-Tip did most of the beats
And
on
that's
the
what
album.
took the album so long to come out because
Yeah, pretty
Dre
much.
just scratched it. Yeah.
But no, I'm going back to your question, though. So if LL came out with an album, what was you saying?
Would you listen to it?
I did. I mean, I treat his current and old album the same. I mean, he's got hits or it don't.
Right.
You know what I
It is
mean?
what
He
it
got a
is.
couple songs on there that's cool, but
He got any
some of it
hits?
I didn't like the one with him and Eminem. I didn't like that at all.
And that's the one that everybody
LL
thought
had
was
one
gonna go
with him?
across.
Yeah, that's on the new album. Yeah.
I never knew he dropped.
Man, you keep on
So-
sounding like it's a young man sport. What we
what-
say?
You ain't said you heard nothing about it, so why
no,
you talking?
LL, but nah, but we talking
Did
about
you
this.
knew he came out with something?
Yeah, I didn't. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't check it out like how you did, but I knew he had an album. I knew he had an album.
I was just
But-
saying.
But Killer Mike is up there with us.
Mike.
I told you Killer Mike was gonna get the Grammy when he got it. I told you. I said Killer Mike gonna get that Grammy, bro. Yeah, so I mean, to those that want to hear it, it's an audience for everybody.
A few people, somebody just dropped in the comments too. Yes, Ludacris dropped a new album. MC Lyte dropped a new album. Common Sense and Pete Rock dropped the album together. Yeah, Rick Ross. So, you just go down. And these are a lot of rappers that came up with us. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're still coming out with music. But again, they were already established. You know what I mean? But I do believe that somebody, like right now, if y'all was a group and y'all decided to come out, y'all hit a banger, you can't stop a banger. If it's going to hit, it's going to hit.
Yeah, it's gonna hit what it's gonna
You know
hit.
what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yep.
We just got to lie about our age. And, and we got to color Jared Bird. You got to get your shit all black.
You gonna clown me
And
like that?
we twins. We 32.
It's gonna be your market is your market.
I'm gonna tell you who's still booming to this day, and he our age. Boosie go anywhere.
You still talking about it? I'm not talking about established artists. I'm just saying. And again, this is just my opinion. I ain't trying to tell nobody what to do or how to do it. Just me. The only time that I'm gonna do something is if Ace called me like, "Hey, like I think he set me up for this last over 40 point." I think he set me up. No, what? No, everybody was over 40.
40 and plus.
It was 40
like
and
it.
I knew a lot of the artists there. Like,
Everybody was over 40, bro. I don't care what you talking about. I know all of them too. Everybody was over 40. I seen a nigga that was 50. He came late.
You know he gonna embellish the
He
truth.
came late.
Oh,
but
so-
no, but again, I'm not. If that's what you want to do, I'm just saying with me. The only reason I even came, first of all, we were supposed to be going to meet somebody. This is what he told me. He didn't tell me we was performing till the day before. He just said, "Hey, such and such gonna be here. You need, if y'all want to interview him, you need to come down." So I'm like, "Damn, my boy, looking out for me." You know what I'm saying? Damn, my nigga, man. Nigga, I called him. I'm like, "So, do we gotta pay to get there?" He said, "Oh no, I got it taken care of, and we performing." I said, "Performing?" He said, "Yeah." I'm like, "Nigga, I thought we was going to meet somebody." Whole time we going to perform, and we getting her and everybody 40 shouting.
Right.
Big 40.
I just want to go back and add some content there. So you was like, Nas's record label was called Mass Appeal Records. You know what I'm saying? So he had basically a slew of people. Ghostface Killer dropped the album up under his record label. Raekwon, Mobb Deep, De La Soul. He dropped the album that was unreleased by Big L, Slick Rick. So yeah.
Let me,
Nas?
let me, yeah,
Under Mass Appeal
under
record
Mass Appeal,
label.
right?
Yep.
But also don't forget the boxer. What's his name? He fought not Mike Tyson.
Roy.
Huh?
Come on, Roy.
He Irish. He do martial arts too. What's his name?
McGregor.
McGregor. Thank you. He owns a record label and he signed Bone. Bone just released a new album now, and he signed Exhibit and a few others, all under his. It's called Greenback Records. If y'all looked that up,
You are a hip hop historian, cause I ain't never heard that in my life.
He owned it. He
McGregor
owned it.
owns the label, and he signed Bone. And well, actually, Bone was supposed to go on tour this year. It was Bone, 3 6 Mafia, DJ Quick, and Tech Nine. So it's kind of been back and forth. I don't know if they're gonna conclude that tour now. They still performing and they still touring, but not together. Right. You get what I'm saying? And that's my other question too. What do y'all think about groups breaking up? So 3 6 Mafia said they no longer gonna do produce songs together. They still might perform, but they won't produce any new music together.
That's Juicy J arrogant ass, man. I can't stand this
what's the
arrogant
reason
ass,
behind
bro.
that?
Because he arrogant, bro. I hate when people do that, bro. I just think Juicy J the arrogant dude, and he feel like he better than them cats, so now he don't want to do nothing. I may be wrong, but just off of what he said a while back, because, you know, he was booming. You know, he was with Wiz Khalifa and all that. And he was, you know, he just seemed a little arrogant, bro.
Juicy J is a single artist. Like a single artist, meaning putting out singles. No fucking body is buying a Juicy J album.
No.
So DJ Paul just dropped his 2 months ago. He just dropped his new album.
Yeah, it's just who you checking for.
Really, realist, none of them. It's like they can put out singles, but to collectively put an album, like nobody's gonna be checking for.
Yeah,
it.
that's just like
Y'all are
Bone.
better
Like
as a group.
And they are
it's just like
individually,
Bone.
right?
Like, I don't think that one person can do it in Bone. I think they good together.
Right.
Than them doing separate stuff. Same thing with Lunatics. I think with Lunatics, they like Voltron. They got to connect together to make good music. If you can get all them on one song, it's going to be a hit. But if you leave at least one of them off, it's not going to sound right.
That's like Busy Bone. I think he just officially left the group now, right? Busy Bone.
Busy Bone.
Yeah, so
Mo carry his own.
Say that again. Who?
I'm saying,
Mo and Murph.
yeah, no, we don't.
Well, we still waiting on the CD project. What, you saying Mo don't carry his own?
Mo is the only one can carry. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, come on now. He trying to. What are you serious?
No, I've listened.
Who else can carry that? Who else went platinum?
Murph. Murph went platinum.
I like Murph.
Murph
I mean, we
did
know
go
Mo
platinum.
is Mo, but hey, man, Murph, nice.
Shout out Murphy Lee.
Murph is one of the sickest ones, but again, when they are a group, that's the shit. That's what
I'm not saying. I'm not saying they're
Hey,
not.
Cash, V say you sound like Jadakiss, dog.
Appreciate it, bro. You know, I'm better than Jadakiss.
Look, I don't want no parts of that. I don't want no parts of
Hey,
that.
Jadakiss, if you see this nigga, let's battle. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Podcast for podcast.
No, hell no.
I don't want none of that smoke, Joe and Jada. He just talking.
No, and this is no shot to Murph. Murph, to me, is my favorite. That's one of my favorite Lunatics besides Nelly is Murph. What I'm saying is, with them together, like I've been saying plenty times before, when they together, they make excellent music. I know I've been following these niggas since Give Me What You Got. And I'm telling you, when they all together, including Ali, they make the best songs. Now, if you're talking about because Nelly came out as a single artist, of course he got good music. Right. But together, if all them like they supposed to be doing this album with
Metro Boomin.
Yeah. If y'all don't have Ali on that album, I don't think it's gonna sound right. And that's just me personally. I think Nelly will. I think it's more of the Ali. I think Nelly can get over it.
Yeah, I think Nelly. I think it's Ali.
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad for Nelly. I think it's Ali the one that's not gonna do it.
Yeah, but you know,
that's just
especially he lost a lawsuit.
Hey, I wish I knew. I'm not in those circles, but I respect both Ali and Nelly, Chingy, all those guys. You know what I mean? And shout out to Hakeem the Dream too. He came out with that,
right, for
and
sure.
you know, She Thick with his song back in the day.
Yeah,
that was like a
what's
big
up?
hit. So shout out to Hakeem.
Shout
the
out
Dream.
to Hakeem.
Yeah. Man, look, all of them, man. Even Chingy, you know, that's the homie from the hood. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
shout out to him. But my guys, if I can get, that's why I said if I did get them, I want all of them, bro. I wish it could happen, and I think probably give it a couple more years, they'll all be back together. That's just my opinion.
Waiting on one.
I gotta add something. I almost forget before I get off here. I gotta give a shout out to Dana Christian too. He was the one that shot the Country Grammar video for Nelly, but he helped kind of teach me a little bit about film, and I worked with him on a couple video shoots. You know what I mean? So he kind of taught me a little bit of what I know about filming too. So shout out to Dana.
That's what's up.
I'm definitely gonna see if that album went platinum because I ain't too sure on that.
Murphy Lee.
Yeah.
I thought he did.
I thought the single went platinum. I don't know if the album went platinum.
And it still might.
I could be wrong.
It ain't over.
They still be climbing the charts,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, right. You know what I'm saying?
No diss. I'm just saying. I don't remember it going. I know the single, the What the Hook Gonna Be, and the I'm Gonna Make You Love Me. I think both of those went platinum.
Hey, y'all remember when Ali teamed up with Big Gip from Goody Mob?
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
that. I
Yeah.
remember that.
That was tough too. Yeah. They came here for something. I had a chance to ride in that motorcade or whatever we want to call it with them. I think they had just opened up their restaurant out there in St. Louis County at the time. They went gold. Murphy Lee. Okay, yeah. So yeah,
Man, Mark was
out.
tight enough that he pissed T.I. off that T.I. didn't get to make it to the Welcome to Atlanta remix shit. And Murph was
he
on
killed
that motherfucker.
it. He killed it.
Murph killed that. T.I. was pissed at Jermaine forever for that because he was like, "How you gonna have somebody else and I'm from Atlanta and I ain't on there?" You know. So.
And look, shout out to Murph for that Shake Your Tail Fella because I think he had
That
the
was
best.
good. Yeah.
He had the best
and
verse
Diddy
on
and
Shake
Nelly.
Your Tail Fella.
That was
He
tough.
killed it.
Yeah.
That's to let you know. So I don't think I'm out here hating, man. That's one of my favorite groups anyway. So I would never hate on them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to. Who said correct cash? What that mean? Whatever you talking about, I guess.
Yeah, we gotta stick together, man. St. Louis like crabs in the barrel, man. Ever since the '90s, we always pull each other down.
We gotta
you know what I
stick
mean?
together,
But we gotta
yeah.
stick together, hold each other up.
Yeah, and again, that's what this whole podcast about, man. We want to bring the trailblazers, give everybody their roses. You know what I'm saying? The those that are to come up behind, and those that set the pavement. You know, just did the foundation work before. So, like I said, like the Sonny Metcalfs, like the Roberts brothers, bringing them on. But and we're not prone to not bringing any new artists that's coming up. But you know what I'm saying? We want our followers in St. Louis, the St. Louis metropolitan area, to be well informed, whether it be about politics, whether it be about music, whether it be about different endeavors, resources that are needed for our community.
Our community, you heard me?
Yeah, that's what we
our
hear.
children, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we bring them all on here. You know, like again, I want to get I want to definitely get the Diamond Diva people out here so we can put have an interview
Don't
with
worry
them.
about it. I just
Also, the trio people that's actually helping these young students that can't afford to go to college,
Okay.
actually helping them get scholarships to, go to these universities and stuff.
Yeah, that's what's
So those are the two main ones I want to do, and we definitely gonna get back into the hip hop because we got the hip hop historian here right now, and we got to keep on bringing the hip hop because we love hip hop, man. Me and JP talk about hip hop all the time, bro, all the time.
all
We talk
the
about
time.
everything when it come to music, you know what I'm saying? So it's super dope. We got my guy on here. He definitely know what he talking about because I did not know that Conor McGregor signed Bone Thugs and Harmony. This is crazy.
shit, everybody getting a check. You get a check. I get a check. Shit, right.
For real. So definitely shout out to, man. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. Make sure y'all go over to my guy podcast and y'all like, comment, subscribe over there and share with everybody. Everybody. Let them know how they can find you, bro.
LevelUpWithBuck.com. I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. Definitely my YouTube channel. Level Up with Buck. BUCK.com.
Right.
If you can't spell Buck, you shouldn't be on the internet. Tell me right now. LevelUpWithBuck.com, right?
That's right.
Exactly.
LevelUpWithBuck.com. Make sure y'all go there. Make sure y'all watch the videos, man. Support is everything, bro. Like, you're not paying for anything. All you got to do is go in there, watch it. He's very entertaining. All you got to do
Thank you.
is go in there and watch it. Look.
And you can pay if you want to. I do have a membership tier. Tier 1 and Tier 2. You get access to the celebrity interviews and the upcoming ones I got coming. I got one with a Hollywood actress this week that I'll be dropping next weekend. So make sure you check it out.
Man, he got a hip hop.
So that's why it's up with
What we
Buck.
doing
because,
wrong?
Hey, it's up with Buck because he getting them damn bucks.
Yeah, and brother driving, bro. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
I thought the president was outside. I'm like, who is this? Him? You know what I'm saying?
and cheese.
Brother got that paper, and we trying to get on. So,
Right.
And he already cutting his stuff. He cutting his clips and all that, and we gonna learn some stuff from him, definitely. And make sure y'all subscribe and look, we need to go on to his podcast.
We going on to his podcast.
we
already
gotta
talked
go.
about it. We talked
Yeah.
about it. It's what we do.
We
done
definitely
brought
going
the
on to
brotherhood,
his
so.
podcast. We gonna get it entertaining. Well, it's already entertaining. We just gonna turn it up a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
Right, just a little
Y'all
bit
feel
more,
me?
yeah.
So
Yeah. Hey, but Cash, hold on. Before we wrap, man, we talked about so much. For any followers, your children, whatever, man, I know we got a real diverse audience, man. We bring a lot of people, old school artists, new school artists, political people, but anybody that's aware of any new up and coming artists, whether it be R&B or rap, man, drop them down there in the comments, man, because again, man, we want to acknowledge everybody, and we want to make sure that we give everybody recognition and get them their flowers. So if there's any local artists that you know, or up and coming artists that's younger, whether it be R&B, rap artists, please drop it in the comments, man, and put them on our radar, man, so we can reach out and probably potentially bring them on to the podcast in the future, because we want to highlight them as well, man. So like I say, it's about the trailblazer, but it's also about the up and coming new artists too, and those individuals that are trying to do big things here in the metropolitan St. Louis area
and beyond. Cause we finna go outside this mug in a minute. Y'all better stay hip. Come on this show while you can, cause once it blow up, you gonna be trying to get in and you can't get in cause you want support. No, I'm just playing. But anyway, definitely make sure y'all subscribe to this channel, man. Both of us, you know what I'm saying? Right. And we gonna be everywhere around this mug, for real. So what you gotta say before we get up out of here, JP? Oh my God, what you gotta say, man? Tell what you gotta say.
I got some new projects coming out this fall, so make sure y'all go to levelupwithbuck.com and check it out. I'm gonna be doing a food project this fall where we talking about, believe it or not, chicken wings.
Just make sure we get an invite. I want an invite, Sean.
So make sure y'all check that out, and then I'll be having, like I said, more celebrity interviews coming up this fall too. So levelupwithbuck.com. Don't forget that. Love y'all, family. Peace.
And again, thank y'all for tuning in to It's My Opinion Podcast. I'm your host, Cash Shell.
And it's your boy, JP.
And peace out.
Before we get out of here, what y'all think about LeBron signing?
I think that he should stop.
Is he too old to play?
No, he's the GOAT. He's still a GOAT, but I think it's just here's what it is, man. Here's what it is. Shout out to LeBron, man, the GOAT. Better than Jordan.
TJ Big, homie, Ace Cook. Say what you want, the king is back. From the bottom of the mountain, had to bring it back. Fine on my head, ain't giving that. Talk all you want, I ain't hearing that. Say what you want, the king is back. Red Street step, I ain't switching that. And through the fire, still living fast. Say what you want, yeah, the king is back.